Myself, K. Sirisha, working as assistant professor. Working as assistant professor in MBR College of Engineering and Technology in Mechanical Engineering Department. So next we will continue the problems. So here it is the problem. A heat engine receives half of its heat supply at 1000 Kelvin and half it 500 Kelvin while rejecting at a sink 300 Kelvin. What is the maximum thermal efficiency of the heat engine? So here we will consider. So here what is our hint? Our hint is heat engine. Definitely heat flows from our arrow takes from higher to lower. Our hint is heat engine. But there is a small. So what is that? So what is that here? What is that here? So our temperatures or temperatures of sources T1, T2, T1 and steam temperatures of sink T2 is equal to T4. Here only we have one sink. That sink temperature only one sink and two sources here. That is a main change in the problem. So what is that? A heat engine receives a heat, half of it heat supply at 1000 Kelvin. So that is T1 is equal to 1000 Kelvin and half at 500 Kelvin. So here we have two sources. So that source one half at 1000 Kelvin and another one is 500 Kelvin. So T1 and T3. So another one is T3 and sink the one rejecting at sink 300 Kelvin, but sink is same. But sources are divided here. Okay. So T1 is equal to 1000 Kelvin. It is half of the source one and another is half source two. So T1 and T2, but we have only one heat engine, but the sink is same. Sink is same, but sources are we have two different sources. So sink is so this is T1 and this is T3. Actually, this is not T3. So this is T3 and this is T1. So our sink is same. T2 is equal to T4. That is 300 Kelvin. We will run only one heat engine. So first half. So first half in this heat engine, first half received from T1, T2, and second half received from T1, T4. So here T2 as T2, T4 are same, but for our clarity, so T1 is 1000 Kelvin. So given, so our heat engine definitely our arrow takes from higher temperature to lower temperature. So heat engine, so at T1 heat supply is Q1 and heat rejection is Q2 at T2 and another half is 500 Q3 at T3 or T1 whatever. So rejected is Q4 at T4. Okay, so we are going to calculate for maximum efficiency, maximum thermal efficiency. Efficiency of the engine when operating between source 1 and sink. So this is source 1 and sink. So already we know that for heat engine efficiency is work done output by input. Our output is work done and input is heat supply. Output is work done. Work done is for first half. For first half, W is nothing but difference of Q1 minus Q2. In terms of temperatures, T1 minus T2. Heat supply is Q1 and replace T1. T1 minus T2 by T1. So our efficiency, actually we know T1, T2 and T1. Put the values here and we got the efficiency for source 1 is 70. At the same way, efficiency of engine when operating between source 2 and sink 2. Efficiency, actually output by input, output is W and input is heat supply. Here output is difference of Q3 minus Q4, Q3 minus Q4 by heat supply is Q3 for second source and replace just Q's with temperatures T3 minus T4 by T3. So put the values here and got the efficiency for second source is 40%. We will add the first engines, but heat engine receives half of its supply from each source. So that is why the full efficiency we got in the form of efficiency 1 by 2 plus efficiency 2 by 2. So first efficiency we got 70 and second efficiency we got 40 and divided by 2 we got 1 term by 2 and finally we got the efficiency of the engine is 55%. And next we will go for another problem. A Carnot heat engine receives heat from a reservoir at 1173 Kelvin at a rate of 800 kilojoule per minute and reject the waste heat put to the ambient air at 300 Kelvin. The entire work output from the heat engine is used to drive a refrigerator that removes heat from refrigerator space at 268 Kelvin and transfers it to the same ambient air at 300 Kelvin. Determine the maximum rate of the heat removed from the refrigerated space and the total rate of heat rejection to the ambient air. So, first of all, we'll consider the given data. Reservoir temperature. So reservoir temperature, first of all, definitely we want to run the refrigerator. Definitely we will first we have to run the heat engine. So when we run the heat engine, after that it give the work done, and this work done we will give to the refrigerator. Okay. So here T1, definitely heat engine takes from higher temperature to lower temperature, and refrigerator about, this arrow is wrong. Actually, this arrow is up. This arrow is above upper. Arrow makes wrong. So higher to temperature to lower temperature and lower temperature to high temperature. Actually, this arrow is upside only. Okay. So reservoir temperature T1 is 1173 Kelvin, and ambient temperature T2 is 300 Kelvin. So here our sink is same, but our sources are different. Here our source firstly it is 170 1000 1173 Kelvin, and ambient temperature T2 is 300 Kelvin, and refrigerator space is nothing but T3. So this T3 is 298 Kelvin, and heat supplied to the heat engine. So that is nothing but heat supplied to the heat engine is, this is, so 800 kilojoule per minute. So first of all, we are going to calculate the value of heat engine thermal efficiency. So work done net by input. Output by input is nothing but output is work done, and the input is heat supply. So work done is Q1 minus QR, and we will just replace Q's with temperature according to the thermodynamic temperature scales. So that is T1 minus T2 by heat supply is QS, that is at a T1. So T1 minus T2 by T1, and finally we got 1 minus T2 by T1. I got the thermal efficiency is 0.256, and work done by the cycle is given. So work done at by Q max, because of our heat engine got the maximum work done. So work done is equal to efficiency into Q max. Okay, or already heat supplied to the heat engine. So that is QS he had here. W net is nothing but efficiency of thermal into Qmax 0.744 into 800. We got W net work done is 595.2 kilojoule per minute. Now the work done is supplied to the refrigerator as input. Next, heat removed from the refrigerated space is maximum if the system is a Carnot refrigerator. And just we know that Carnot refrigerator is nothing but desired effective to work done. What is our desired effect here? Our desired effect is here, and work done is nothing but this difference of two temperatures. Okay, so desired effect is here. Our desired effect is T3. A desired effect is T3, and here actually we will take this temperatures changes like that. So T3 by T2 minus T3, and just place the values of 268 by 300 minus 268. Find the got of COP. So COP is nothing but Q minimum reference to work done net. So we got Q minimum. So finally Q total is equal to Q minimum heat engine plus Q maximum. So we will what the calculated above values, just place it here, and got the Q minimum value. So Q max and refrigeration value. So those are all the values. Q minimum heat engine plus Q max and refrigeration. So from that we will calculate the Q minimum heat engine. So Q max and refrigeration is that Q minimum refrigeration plus work done net, and just put all these values, and finally we got the value of Q total. So in this Q total, that is nothing but heat rejection. So 5791.5 value. Okay, so this is the values. Just only this is T3, T1, T2. Okay, those are the temperatures. We a little bit of confusion here. This is T3. Actually, some changes there, T1, T3 and T2. Okay, so the remaining processes is same. When we put all this value while you doing the problem, it is very easy. So this is a problem. So the remaining problems are also like that only, and just you will do that. So here there is no any change. So just he asking like that. So T1 and T1 heat engine, T2, and this arrow mark is upside, but that is a little mistake. The thermal efficiencies, we can observe that here the work done is nothing but Q1 minus heat rejected. All right, but we will replace just actually this is not T2, so this is T3. So T1 minus T3 by T1, and just put all the values here only. Okay. There is a slight mistake. Okay, 1 minus T2 by T1. 1 minus T2 is here 300. So whatever the temperatures are here, so ambient air temperature is there, and reservoir temperature, and refrigerated airspace temperature is there. So we can put T2. You will do one thing only. Okay, here T1 to T2, here T1 to T2. So we will take actually here also we will just one. So is there any? Actually, this is separate. Both are separate. Okay, I will mark that. We can understand very easily. I will mark that. Okay, I will mark that. So here T1 and this is T2. Okay, this is T1 and T2, and we will just mark that upside. Lower temperature to higher temperature means this is T3 and this is T3, and T3 to T2. Okay, if you will take like that, we will understand very easily. The diagram also exactly, but we will getting a little confusion. Actually, take these two temperatures, we get the heat engine. We do process like in the form of heat engine, and get these two temperatures, we get refrigeration. Okay, so like that. This is heat engine. This is so 1173 and 300 for heat engine, and 300 and 298 for refrigeration. So T1, T2, and T3 to T2. Okay. So those are like that. So but based upon this, we will put like that, and right now our answer is correct. So efficiency of thermal. So efficiency of thermal is nothing but work done by work done by heat supplied. Okay, here our work done is in the form of heat supplied minus heat rejected, but in the form of temperatures T1 minus T2, T1 minus T2, T1 minus T2 divided by heat supplied is T1. Okay, so that is for thermal efficiency. By taking this, we will calculate efficiency for heat engine. At the same way, refrigeration is going to calculate the quotient of performance. So quotient of performance is nothing but desired effect. Desired effect to work done. Okay. Desired effect to work done. In refrigeration, our desired effect get in sink only. So that is nothing but T3. T3 divided by T3 divided by. So work done is nothing but difference of temperatures because of there is no here heat supplied and heat rejected. So that is in the form of which is it higher temperature. T2 is higher temperature. So T2 minus T3. So we just put the values all here. We just put values all here. So we just put values all here and so same in the form of so T3 by T2 minus T3, just values all here and we will get the answer easily and put all the values. Okay, so this is very important, the diagram, and this is very important. Okay, thank you students.